Alright guys, now that we have this $1,100 gaming PC all booted up and ready to go, let's talk about some benchmarks real quick. Now we decided to test this PC in a couple of titles, those being Fortnite, Halo Infinite, Apex Legends, and Warzone. First up in Fortnite on performance mode at 1080p, we averaged 100 plus FPS. I did notice in Fortnite though, this was very early on in the new season when we recorded these benchmarks, we were getting some dips below 100, which is a little bit odd. Maybe it was the location I dropped, but the performance overall eventually settled out to 100 plus FPS, close to 200 most of the time, making this system great for esports titles like Fortnite, Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant, CSGO. All those games would run perfectly fine on a high refresh rate 1080p monitor, and given the price point, that's pretty impressive. Next up in Halo Infinite on medium settings at 1080p, we got 100 plus FPS once again. This is a game that you can run on higher settings to get more visual quality. That RX 6600 XT is perfect for Halo Infinite at 1080p and maybe stretching to 1440p a little bit at lower settings, but you can easily get 100 plus FPS in multiplayer, and in the campaign you'll easily rock 60 FPS on medium high settings and have a really good gaming experience. Now the next game we decided to test was Apex Legends at 1080p on a mixture of medium-high settings. We averaged 200 plus FPS. Do keep in mind the main Battle Royale mode will probably get anywhere between 120 to 140 FPS. The Arenas mode is a little bit more condensed and not as demanding from my experience, but still getting 200 plus FPS, giving the possibility of taking advantage of a 240Hz monitor at some point in the future is still pretty cool, and I really do think this has a lot of upgradability here. You can upgrade to a better GPU than the 6600 XT. In my opinion, the highest I would probably go is like a 3070 or whatever future card comes out from NVIDIA or AMD that's within that 70 series or 6700 XT level. Any of those cards would probably work perfectly fine with a 5600G, but also you're on a B550 board that can easily handle something like the 5900X, which can handle pretty much any graphics card on the market right now. So yeah, something to keep in mind. Upgradability is definitely there with this PC. And the last game we decided to test was Warzone on a mixture of medium-high settings, once again at 1080p. We averaged 120 FPS. This is the first time in a while we have a repeatable PC for about $1,000. Is it as great as it used to be years ago? No, but given the current market, this is what we have, and I really do think it still makes for a good PC gaming experience with a lot of upgrade room in the future. And I still do think, once again, it's a great PC for the money. So if you want to pick any of the PC parts from today's video, links in the description down below will be affiliate links, and it will help us out. We'll leave links to multiple websites. How are we going to bring Jackson back in here to wrap this video up real quick?